Hi, I'm Janette Burmaster. I've been a foster parent since 2016. I currently have 3 foster kids living with me, ages 18, 12, and 10. And I've been asked to share a little bit of what this journey is like for me. All through university, I worked in group homes, and I always wished that the kids that I worked with could have the stability of a family home. And I always thought, one day when I have my own home and when I'm in a place where I want to open my home to kids. I want to be part of the solution and give them a warm environment, a family environment to grow up in. And I always thought that that would be a lot healthier for them. Now that I actually am doing that, I really see that this decision has impacted my life quite a bit. I've come to know it's really not just about opening my home, but really it's about opening my heart, my entire life to these kids. It's about stretching my patience. It's about learning different ways to show love and support to these kids in ways that really challenge and grow me as a person, as well as impact the kids that come into my home. I wasn't fully prepared for the grief that I would feel when a child would leave my home. I've encountered that a few times now. Saying goodbye to someone that you have poured your whole life into and showed care and love to is really, really, really challenging. It's really hard. You don't always know what they're going back into. You don't know what they're going to be facing. You don't always know if their needs are going to be met. There's a lot of questions that come across your mind when you've come to love and care for someone for as long as you have had them. I just try to focus on the positive things of what I have brought into their life. That's really all I could do, is come back to that place thinking about what I was able to do, and hopefully that made an impact for them. There are times that I have needed to take time afterward to regroup and to kind of replenish my emotional reserves, if you will, in order for me to prepare to be a future foster parent and look for those opportunities, because there are always kids who need us and need us to show up in the best possible way. And so I have found overcoming the challenge of that grief and that feeling of loss. It comes really through time, as well as connecting with others in community, other foster parents who actually understand this really unique challenge that we face. I had a child come into my care that wasn't wearing glasses, but after a trip to the optometrist, we found out that she did need glasses. And if you've ever seen one of those videos on TikTok or Reels or wherever you watch the videos and do the scroll, and you see someone who's able to see clearly for the first time, and it's that really emotional experience, I actually got to experience that for the first time. This girl was able to put these glasses on. Many of us take for granted, we just always have it, but she hadn't been wearing them. And her vision had been so poor that everything was just shapes that she would see. She wasn't actually able to see clearly. And the day we picked up her glasses and she put them on was a day that I will never forget, because being able to experience that through her, of being able to see clearly for the first time, is something that made me cry. And it's really amazing that we get these opportunities to help them meet their needs for these really simple things. That was a pretty cool moment. I've come to know that there's some people who really take their job seriously here at CAS and really want to help these kids that come through the doors. I've really appreciated their willingness to share strategies and experiences with me. They've seen a lot more than what I have done with these kids, and so I really value the input that they have to help the challenges that we navigate when these kids with trauma come into our homes. That's been really valuable. A few years ago, I got to know a brand new foster parent who she's taking in her first child, who really had some significant challenges. And hearing her talk before this child came to her home was a little bit of a red flag, only because she had all of these really high ideals for all the things that she was going to do for this child. And I had been fostering a little bit longer, but I knew that that's not quite how it goes all the time. Some of these kids have really challenging struggles, and we get to come alongside of them. I think sometimes people paint this picture that they're going to be the savior of this child and give them opportunities they've never had before. And what I have found is you actually win in some of the little things that kids need connection. And with a lot of the kids that come into care, a lot of them have been let down time and again. And as a foster parent, you get to bring stability to their life. You get to show them that you're there, even when things are really, really hard. And it's important to know that you're not fixing them. And you're not necessarily going to be someone who sets them up at the bank for their job, because that may not be what is best for that child. But you're walking with them. And it's important to know these kids need patience. They need understanding. They need people who are going to meet them where they're at instead of being judgmental and putting their own expectations on them as to what can be unrealistic expectations sometimes. And I think that's important to know. Being a foster parent really challenges you. It challenges you emotionally. You learn patience. You learn resilience. You learn the power of love, really and truly. And even if they don't stay with you forever, I think your influence stays with these kids. Fostering's not easy. It's really rewarding in a lot of ways, though, too. But it's messy. It's emotional. Sometimes it's heartbreaking. But it's also really deeply meaningful. That's how I would say it. It's deeply meaningful. If you have room in your heart, if you have room in your home, fostering can truly change a life. And it's not just theirs, but it's yours as well. I think that that's a really amazing thing of this journey, that you come to that realization.